I'm here at the Jamaican Foundation of Houston, celebrating and commemorating 49 years of independence. And we have standing beside me is the grandson of one of Jamaica's 7 national heroes, Mr. Marcus Garvey. I'm standing here with Colin. How are you tonight, sir?
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so are you enjoying the night?
Yes, this is my one time a year that I come up from Austin and I'm able to enjoy this. So every year I try to be here.
Well, we welcome you. Now, I've asked this question to several people since this is all about Jamaica tonight.
Yes.
How does it feel to be a proud Jamaican?
Well, how can you not feel good about being proud Jamaican? I mean, when you look at our country, that's what, 2.7 million people? And look what we have accomplished. You look at the Olympics, the World Championship, you look at Usain Bolt, you look at so many things that have been accomplished, and even more things that have been accomplished for Jamaicans doing things in other countries. So you can't help but being proud. We gained our independence, and we've just kept moving up since then, and it's just wonderful.
Right, and you know, next year is going to be the Big 5-0,
yes,
which is going to be a huge event.
Yes.
I would like to know, what are some things that you would like to see in Jamaica happen progressively, politically, economically?
Well, you know, being a third world country, they always have our problems, and but you also notice that the United States is having its problems too. So if the United States is having problems, then you can understand a place like Jamaica. The inflation rate is so high that the American dollar compared to the Jamaican dollar, there's such a huge difference. I would like to see that there would be more things that could be done about that. It'd be nice to see if we could have more imports that would you know, bolster our economy. It would be nice to see if we could have an educational system that you know, could be improved. I mean, there's just so many things that we could see that we'd like to see. And we can just, I know we have a lot of talented people, and one of the things is if those talented people would actually come back to Jamaica and try to lift the country up, and that would be a fantastic thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mentioned earlier, you're the grandson of the great Marcus Garvey.
The first national hero.
The first national hero for Jamaica. And that's very something to be proud of. It
is, when you consider also that he's made his major impact is known in the history books, even here, is what he did in Harlem, you know, when he was here in the United States. There's so many things that came out of what he did. The first what we would call the United Nations precursor was in 1920, when he had over 20,000 people coming from all over the world, and that was in Madison Square Garden. I mean, so there's just so many things that he's accomplished. There's parks named after him in New York City. There's streets named after him. There's schools. So, I mean, when you look at how he was a printer by trade, and a newspaper back then was like our internet today. So his words were being spread by sailors, taking it all over the world. That's why you can find Jamaicans all over the world. He was even in the Panama Canal. He lobbied for workers' rights, you know, hours, you know, working conditions, all those type of things, way before people were thinking about those type of things. So it's just amazing that I was just born, but he is my grandfather.
A lot of rich history in your blood.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm very proud of it. And every time I think about him and thought what he's accomplished, and I've listened to video tapes, I mean, of his speech and the power, and to realize that back in the 1916, 17, he was so bold that he even met with the head of the Ku Klux Klan to figure out what can we do to make things better. That you got to realize he was so ahead of his time, you know, which is just fantastic.
So having that rich history and that rich lineage, what are you going to do, or how are you going to carry the torch?
Well, one way I've carried the torch is that I have 3 daughters. Okay, one is in George Washington Medical School. Another one is just graduated high school. She's going to Columbia. Another one is going to San Francisco University. So they're carrying on the legacy. You know, we have doctors in our family, and 2 of my daughters are already committed. That's what they're going to be. So in continuing the legacy, I can just continue with my offspring and just give them the best opportunities as well as to accomplish whatever they'd like to accomplish in life, and to know that there are no limitations, and I've never lived under any limitations. And that's one thing that being the grandson of Marcus Garvey has taught me, that whatever I want and I want to achieve, there is nothing in the world that can hold me back. And that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
Another thing, when I first came to the United States, I used to have a lot of people that thought I was cocky. Cocky because they expect you to behave in a certain manner considering the color of your skin. And they fail to realize I came from a country where we own the country. So therefore I didn't know what it was to be a minority. So when I came here, it just was eye-opening to me. But people understand after a while where I came from and understand that we're all equal and we all have the same origin. We're all races origin from Africa. So, you know, I mean, we just know it, and that gives us a greater advantage.
Well, I really do appreciate this opportunity to stand next to you, the grandson of Marcus Garvey, Mr. Colin Garvey. Standing beside me, of course, is a familiar face. We've seen him on Just Reasoning, one of the panelists. He's also the producer of the show, and a very...
all the insight into Just Reasoning.
Yeah, I guess so. But I guess because it's all about Jamaica tonight, I'm going to let you have it.
It's all about Jamaica most nights. I mean, as a Jamaican, how can you not be proud of an occasion like this? This is the perfect background song right now. This is the land of my birth. This is Jamaica, my Jamaica. 49 years of independence. We have a lot of growing to do. We have had some successes in these 49 years. We have a long way to go. But we're all proud of this occasion, and we're almost 50 years old. You know, we're almost Barack Obama's age. So.
Okay, now you make the reference to we. I want to know how you individually feel about being a Jamaican tonight.
How I feel about being a Jamaican tonight?
No, not just tonight, of course, but because this is a very, very special event.
All right.
How does it feel?
We have an expression that says we'll look about with Talawa. What that means is we're small, but we have a lot of things going on. If you look at just worldwide, we have given the world a music that everybody knows, reggae music, that is global. We've given the world a form of living, Rastafari, which is also global. In sports, we've done big things. In a lot of different areas, Jamaica has accomplished a whole lot. So I'm always very proud of being Jamaica. That doesn't mean Jamaica does no wrong. That doesn't mean we don't have our faults. But if you look at a globe sometime and you see that one little dot, Jamaica, that little country has done a whole lot of good and has impacted the world in remarkable ways. So I am extremely proud. If it's not radiance in my face and in my expression and my talk.
Or your biasness?
It's not bias. I love all people. Lots of countries have done great things. Jamaica just, I like a notch above everybody else though.
Like I said, a little biased. Well, again, I'm very, very honored to be here. I'm very excited about being here. Again, this is celebrating 49 years of independence.
So which part of Jamaica are you from again? Didn't you say it was Wild Cane?
No.
It's not Wild Cane?
Absolutely not.
Which part of Jamaica are you from?
I'm actually not from Jamaica, but I love the culture, and that's what it's about.
She's an honorary Jamaican.
I'm an honorary inducted in Jamaican.
She's from Fifth Ward, Jamaica.
Anyway, again, this is 49 years of Jamaican independence.
Next year, big things.
Yeah, I've heard.
Next year.
Yeah, I've heard. 50, the big 5-0.
Big 5-0. So we're doing big things next year.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you, C-Dub. Chris Walters, a.k.a. Proud Jamaican, a.k.a. C-Dub, a.k.a.
No more AKAs.
No more AKAs. Okay, anyway, again, this is Jamaican independence. Thank you, Chris. Enough. All things Jamaican tonight.